to mindu Burkina yumi ngaru mi bupe taun ton Burkina ton jonde de go hotel topat wadi bupe du fa hande non wori jonde de walande topat demal du de go hotel remete dum wadi faamu mi do no wodi wadi mi ngaru mi do an wara do mindu mi jodo do mi rema mi jodo wodi mi walda fu bonde ale dum waddi kam do de geway do mi indi am Hussein bietemi ale dum waddi kam do e an wara mi rema so jonin tay mi wa jodo ke do so tawi dum wadanan kam fu mi waddan dugi ni jam do ayo dum mi waddi kam do e jo wari dum daara nokku mi jo ama jon fu dum nokkure ndem fam mi heba nokku mi rema ale dum waddi kam do mi Hussein mi indi am Hussein bietemi wodi wuro amin joda kina bupe tonduni am woni.
The story of Fusini is common to many others. A story of people who decided to move from their country in search of greener pastures for their cattle and for their families. Climate change, especially in the area of the Sahel, is causing drought, severe flooding, uncertainty and clashes between populations, especially between herders and farmers, both of whom rely on the same arid land. In recent years, an increasing number of people have migrated to Ghana from not only surrounding countries, including Togo, Ivory Coast, and especially Burkina Faso, but also more distant countries, including Mali, Chad, and Niger. Many have resettled in the Ashanti region, including within Sekia Central District. This has been an opportunity for the immigrants to find good land, accompanied by a warm welcome from local people.
Usman, I'm Burkina. I'm leghead and Nankwe. Nanke Sam, I'm Kodame. Ntaram Parani BC, my be Matuka. When la sambal my mass minga, Mamzima took on Koda. Yalahan, Yalahan, Tarapanga. Le Mamhimba, Nancho Gumba, Mamba Nise Gumba, Bafu Kalembe. Yariba Baliton board, Massa. Mention Matuka Yuma a why. Go on, Koda Bayerem Koda Kamana.
Nowadays, these communities are a melting pot of many different cultures, languages and tribes. The Mossi and Fulani, which are the main tribes coming from outside, have mixed and continue to mix with local tribes, and even though sometimes some misunderstandings can arise, especially over the use of land, peace and a sense of community prevail.
I'm Honorable Eric Wajakama, Assembly Member of the Joy Electoral Area, and I am standing at Mantukwa to be precise. There are problems, people migrate from other countries to this village. At first, there were about 50 of them, but they started causing some problem, and the elders and the stakeholders of this village decided to sack them. But those who were not causing problem, we decided to maintain them over here. But we have a little bit of problem over here because the community is growing. Our water, we don't have more water to sustain the people. That was the little bit of problem that we are facing over here. That the community is growing. We are about 400 plus, almost 500 people over here.
As these migrants said, one of the reasons they settled in the villages of the Ashanti region, especially those in the Nsuta and Mampong area, is the attitude of chiefs and local people towards them. They have been made to feel very welcome and find few difficulties integrating into local communities. Once they find a good chance to improve the lives of themselves and their families, they no longer consider returning home to their country. Many, the Fulani for instance, give up the nomadic life for a sedentary one.
Mi fe Burkina mi ba ejura na yamba me na mi se me to so aba aha as mi ba no ma ho se omu bo mi pa obi ama masa se me ndo mi pa no to me no ma ye free omu hem kama nti den time ba ha no no adwuma no so ɛkɔ yie ma me paa nti me aha no dani o kama mo ani didi na mama ni ji paa nti na me fe adwura ba aha no.
Even if conflicts arise between locals and immigrants, these are usually solved inside the community itself or through the local authorities. The increasing number of migrants creates a need for and a greater demand for infrastructure, resources and support services, including, for example, schools and water.
Some of the people have been here for the past 70 years. When we had independence and they seek the permission from the paramount chiefs and they were given land to stay. They're giving birth and so their number is increasing. And we also have a number of them, their families out there coming to join them. Their stay in the district has been very phenomenal. But they are farmers, and so we know farming is one of the things we do in our country, so they are bringing a lot of foodstuffs into our markets, which is a very positive one. But the challenge now is, since the number keeps on increasing, there are social amenities that they need to help them make their life a little easier. Things like water, potable water, health, and then schooling. The district has been managing to try and help them, but about 157 communities, so it has not been very easy. The only challenge, another one, has to be the influence of the nomadic Fulanis. We have the local Fulanis or the indigenous Fulanis who rear animals, cattle. But we have the nomadics who come from Guinea and other places. Occasionally comes through, and they have been the people that cause some issues for our people. But the districts are already been on top. And when they come around, we try to find a way to send them back. And so we're saying that we're doing what we can to make our people live better. But there are some support to also enhance what we are doing. We really appreciate it.
Some families settled many years ago in the villages where Ashanti Development runs projects. The men often came first, and then all the relatives, both adults and children. Many other children were born here, becoming first-generation Ghanaians. One such family is that of Yakuba Musa, who have lived here for a long time. Yakuba runs a cattle farm of 170 animals, and everybody who works on the farm has their own role and everyday tasks. This is a good example of successful integration and personal accomplishment. A peculiarity about migrations in more recent years is that more women travel alone or with their children, paving the way for other members of the clan to follow.
Burkina mingali Ghana. Minjodi kintampo. Mimbawai ko misutiti mingali da. Emu didemal ko minani ko mingali. Minjidana minjodo. Mindef. Mindari da koleji ami. Emau be ami. Mindari da chaggal ko warata. Merasa. Warata Amerika digas. Njamu echellal min dabbata da. No min godi nejo ami o min keb ko min daari ɗiɗi min jogo ɗum fa oɗa min jogo koray amin fa yona kanum du ummo jogomi non min jiɗiri non min ɗaɓɓitta Allah wallumi min keɓi waro fa wallami jomum du Allah manga barkinga Allah walluɗo kam du jogomi wallami minen du min keɓa jammu min mbawa min jogo koroy amin koy fa Allah wallami.
All the migrants have the right to maintain their own tradition, culture, and religion. We do not disturb them, unless they probably want to do something different from what they are meant for. We have our own tradition, and most of our people are Christians and Muslims, and they also have their own way of worshiping. And traditionally, our leaders, including government, they will not do anything to harm them what they have. I think that's one of the attraction that is bringing them on board. That when they come down, nobody disturb them what they worship, what they do not worship, what they don't do.
The new settlers come with their own traditions and religious customs. As a result, sensitive issues, such as female genital mutilation, have been raised, and become a cause for concern.
Most of the FGM people are from the north. When they come, mostly those are the primary, like those who have not given birth before, and the elderly people. Most of them, they come with this FGM. When they come, because it's prolonged FGM, one disadvantage that it's prolonged delivery. We advise them that they should come and deliver at the facility due to the FGM. That they are doing the AAS, the first visit. We do the physical examination to trace that they have this FGM. And most of them are illiterate. Most of the clients coming, they are all illiterate, so they don't know much about the FGM. So we've decided that we will go to the community to educate more of them about the complications of the FGM. By these people, they have the mind that if they have this FGM, the woman will not go out. The woman will not go outside for their marriage. Like they will not go and cheat their husband. When we ask them why they have, they tell us that they don't have, and they don't know anything about it. It's their mothers who did to them before they came to this community. So they don't know much about that. But so we've planned to go to the facility to talk to the chief about it, so that we educate them more about the FGM. So at this time, we don't know, we educate them that when they have the female children, they shouldn't do the FGM for them. We've planned that we'll go to the community to do more, to educate them more about the FGM, so that they not do to their children.
The Mossi people are, along with the Fulani, the other large ethnic group who migrated to the Ashanti. A significant number of them have now lived in Ghana for decades. Land represents an important part of their wealth and culture, and is seen as being related to their ancestors, and thus having a spiritual dimension. A Mossi's life depends on his land, and it is essential for all aspects of family life. No land means no life.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Mpamochwa bushia fo yede ifri Burkina ni ho a ho ne nanan mina betna ha ene mo betna tna ampa ho no edwuma no ankoyie na ankoyie kura awia be bossa afimunna so ebe edwuma nda ayi mprekope eno ana yeyi a anyeyi a waboka yeso ye ba Ghana ha no e ba ha o mai bebi tna efefefe nyina na aye kamanhwe to weda no so ye niama ne ehun se kwaso kakra haye ne ya ne sika ne sika sem ne wo fem na maye ntimi ntretre adwuma no tisa betna hada stana ye ya ware kura me se ma ware ma wo memba o muina kusuku kama problem bia ni ha ye problem ya hokire no a tisa hada ye nitima mfoni na yete we kama ye ntem asem bia ni ye free omuna maye nsa se ye do so a o problem bia ni ho nti mo adawol ma mo abade a mo hwa afu mi gina kambanya nan kawe na ye bia sei be mprenum na ine sika ni ho we na ye nsa ye se kakra ye nkwa ya ho di. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh.
Yes. Now, and I mean, when I come on, I want one for you. They see it.